He swallowed it, didn't he?
Folks, these Potskis fireballs is where it's at. Yeah, I need some pliers, buddy. It's down in there. He was on that. He was hungry.
Stick his finger in there like this, stick it in a little bit.
Here, show me something. Golly.
Yeah, that's the way you do it.
I didn't know that.
All right. We're back out here one more time, fishing them 20-foot crappie. I had a guy ask me on the last video, one of the last videos we put out, that he wanted some more information on why and how and where, but mostly why I choose the places I choose. This guy right here, my buddy Nakia, when I'm not on him, he tries to get on them. And we try to stay up with them where they're at all year. So why I chose this place here? Well, one reason is because he was here yesterday and caught 15, but anyway. But the reason we choose these different locations is because, you know, we'll fish year round, but you just got to keep up with the crappie and what they're doing. You know, everybody knows they come in shallow and spawn in the weeds, and that'd be the best time to start following them because you know right where they're going to be. During the spawn, you can follow them up in the shallow waters and around the weed beds, and then as they lay their eggs, they move back to the deeper structures close to the area, just like they did when they were, you know, prior to laying their eggs. They'll come out of the river channels or deeper water and move up into the coves and sloughs to lay their eggs, and they'll stage on different structures at different depths. As the water warms, they'll get shallower and shallower, you know, depending on your water, but on this lake we're on, they usually come up to roughly around 10 feet, sometimes a little shallower. So we start looking in water that's mostly 20 feet deep. But probably any lake, if you just concentrate on water that's 20 feet, 10 to 20 feet, you'll find a crappie. But just look with your depth finder and stay in roughly 20 feet of water and just look for structure. And if there's no crappie on that structure at that time, just either mark that structure or just remember where it was at and go back to it at a later date, because they move in and off this structure daily. I mean, they'll move off of it hourly sometimes.
This is structure we marked in the spring when we were catching them on the bank.
Yeah,
We just seen
we just
there
trolled.
wasn't a fish on this when we marked it.
Yeah, we just trolled by it one day and I saw this structure here and I said, man, we're going to mark this because one day these crappie will be on it. So that's how we chose the spot. So, but basically just look in the 15, 20 foot range on depth of water and look for structure. It don't have to have fish on it, but if it's in that range, sometime during the year they're going to be on that structure because crappie relate to structure. So we watched these trees and, you know, went across them for weeks, you know, nothing on them, nothing on them, nothing on them. Well, here it is in July now, and they're stacked up with crappie. So that's how we found them, and that's what we do. We throw in 8-ounce jigs for the most part. A lot of people, like my buddy Nakia mentioned earlier, you know, that's kind of unorthodox to be a crappie fisherman and throw 8-ounce heads, but that's what works here. You know, if you were just single poling straight down or sniping them with live scope or something, you know, using a 12-foot pole, you know, you can go down on your jig size. But when we're fishing, you know, 10 to 20 foot water and casting, the 8-ounce works better for that. And that's when we use 8-ounce. So maybe that'll answer the questions about why we chose this location and how we knew crappie was going to be there. So that's what we do. So let's go catch some more. And thank you for joining AWF Outdoors again today.
Are you looking at the grass?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's fish on it. At 10 foot.
I don't see them on
Yeah. See up there at the top right there, there's a couple up there too. Go ahead.
So maybe this is worse than a ditch pickle.
Well, I was a little slack on the video, but it is a keeper, and I didn't get skunked. Man, they ain't hitting today. We finding fish everywhere, but they're just not hitting. But that's crappie fishing when you got a guide like I got.
I always catch them when you ain't here. You ever noticed that?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Come down here by yourself and get a limit.
Get a limit, bring you back. Can't catch a fish.
I think you're throwing a throw net. You sure you're not throwing a throw net?
Well, you know, whatever it takes. Might be buying them.
All right, let's go catch another crappie. You want to?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to catch one.
I'm fixing to catch one. You know why I hit that one? Because it had that red crappie nibble on there.
May have been. Video, we live.
All right, we're gonna see how confidence plays in this role of crappie fishing. So I'm gonna pull up here. Don't even turn the depth finder on. I'm gonna catch a crappie on the first cast. And that should be down about 10 feet now, so.
You can edit this, can't you?
I can edit it.
In case it goes wrong.
I can edit it. But we're not gonna edit. This ain't gonna be no clips or cuts or nothing. This is gonna
It's
be
a real deal.
crappie.
Can he do it on the first cast?
Crappie on the first cast.
How much line we got left?
Not much.
Well,
I had to jump out of the lake to get it on the first cast. I was a little bit to the right that time. Here, let me get back.
he was a little bit to the right. We're gonna give him another chance here. How about them legs, y'all?
Oh man, I just missed him.
Oh.
I just missed him. Or he missed me. Oh man.
I'm wondering if there's stripe on that thing.
No sir, that's a big crappie.
Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. We're waiting on you. You've been tanning them legs a little bit.
Can you keep your mind on crappie and get them off my legs?
Yeah, I can. I guess I'm gonna have to try it. What way's that thing laying? Towards the bank?
I think so.
I know this is a hard one for me to hit, but we've caught some. We ain't never caught a little fish here.
No, they're always good if you can catch them.
Never caught a little fish right here.
That thing's right out in front of that bush over there.
But what a blessing. If you didn't catch a fish, what a blessing to be here.